Today on EA Sports. It's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
And the drive begins here with Sims. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Spencer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now they run with Sims. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run here with Sims. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Spencer got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles, Looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end this series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays. Maybe they better just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Spencer. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Shoves him away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He finds his man, complete. That's time. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's man. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bailey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Spencer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Sims. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Spencer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's man. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Todd. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They're going to look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Bailey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 17-0 our score after 1. Second and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good footwork at the 30. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, it's Bailey, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's man. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit, from 19 yards away.
And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw on 2nd down, Spencer.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Spencer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Spencer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. That's caught by Sims.
He's got the first down and more.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Looking to throw, Spencer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's man. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bailey, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Balin.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Balin.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime here in this.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Sims. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Sims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They'll run on first down. It's Sims. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback With that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Bailey, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions extend their lead yet again.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs from 10 yards out.
And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Okay, after those first two drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Second and short now following the fumble.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 50, here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Running on first down, Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry. Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
On first down, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Again, it's Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Moss will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss taking it in from 2 yards out, and they're able to add on to their advantage.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's Eckler again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is Smith with a grab. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On first down, it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross, 51 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert now.
Give him another one right back to Allen.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Herbert just beat the play clock.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And some room to work. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
Open man downfield is Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to Shakir.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
No doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
Sliding out of the pocket. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Again, it's Cook. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, let's go second.
Allen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Herbert on first down now. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. From the 38, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To the air again, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now it's Herbert. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Back to throw.
Herbert, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing now is Allen. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Allen hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Room here to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One final try here for Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert now to throw. He's got Smith here. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Chargers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year,